Hi everyone, it's Dorcas and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a little surprise order, or I knew it was coming, I just didn't know when. So this was actually waiting for me when I arrived from Chicago, but it's something that I had put in as an order back in January. So if you recall, when I went to the Philadelphia Pen Show, I was looking for a pen rest, but I didn't find anything there that I was really keen on or wanting to get because I wanted something that was wood. And the reason I felt that way is because I had actually seen what I had wanted last year and didn't get it back then. So funny enough, after I posted that video, Galen from Fountain Pendulum reached out to me saying, "Hey, I know you're looking for a pen rest. I'm happy to give you a discount as well as send it with, free shipping, tariffs paid, all of that," which I thought was so generous and funny because her pen rests are the ones that I was still thinking about when I went to the Philadelphia Pen Show because she had these beautiful pen rests of different kind of assortments, different wood types. But at that time, I I just didn't buy it. I got other things from her desk instead. Um, so I thought, those are the ones that I wanted anyway, and I thought it was so sweet of her to reach out and offer to send this to me. So here it is. So the reason why it took a couple of months is because some of the wood that I had requested, I still needed to be, it was still like on back order or pre-order or what have you. And since these are handmade, it does take some time. So let's just open it up and see. So I only just kind of opened the box and removed the shipping label, but here it is. It's just like beautifully presented. So here's this card. It's a pretty card. Her handwriting is wonderful. Dear Dorcas, hope you're doing well, pen friend. So excited for you to receive your new maple pen rests. You have a lovely collection of fountain pens that I am sure will look beautiful on these rests. Enjoy, Galen. And I love that she includes this little ink swatch of the ink that she used to write the note. So this one is Ferris wheel press, porcelain past. And does it have some glitter? I don't think so. It just has some shading, but very pretty. Okay. So I got a few different pen rests so that it's mostly because when I'm doing like pen reviews on these videos, my pens are just rolling all over the place. I'm sure you all seen, and it's looking real unprofessional. So I figured let me just level up my presentation here, and we'll open all of these up. So pretty. And then we also have a little card. So here is, it'll probably link to her website, which I'll also link in the description below. But it's handcrafted wood desk accessories for fountain pen and ink enthusiasts. I'll put this aside. All right. And again, she is based in Canada, and they have, I mean, from my time at Empire State Pen Show, if you see that video, see kind of all of the things that they offer. They have a bunch of different inks, Wearing Gold, Ferris wheel press. I got my glass spoon from her so that I can make pretty swatches. So, all right, just want to unwrap this carefully, but that's not happening. So here's the first one. Oh, it's so smooth. And there's a velvet little part on the bottom so that kind of protects your desk from the wood, but also keeps it from sliding, but it's so soft. And here, like from the, I mean, I don't know, my partner's a carpenter, will probably know the right terminology for this, but it on the video it looks like there is some like ridges on here, but I swear it's just smooth. So there's a single pen rest. So I got a few different configurations. Oh, and this one has a little, oh, this is so sweet. There you go. Oh, I don't want to mess it up. Let's open it from this end. I got a 2 pen rest. Just want to have different options for when I'm comparing different amounts of pens. And then I got a larger one here. Oh, just gonna have to rip it. Oh, this one's so nice. These are so nice and so soft. And then finally, I've got, oops, this so that I can have some ink samples and not worry about everything falling over when I'm trying to ink my fountain pens. And let me try and find some samples just to show you what this looks like, but this whole set looks so pretty. So here, let me put some pens on here. What's that? Some Machi Mangia fountain pens. Look at that. Let's put some Twisbees. Let's put 2 Twisbees here. Let's put some Sailor pens here. I've got my Pilot Vanishing Point Decimo and a Pelican, just to have one in every slot. How pretty. This looks so beautiful. I love it. And the fact that it's handmade and that I know who made it is just so special. Yeah, let me just kind of get a little closer here. You can just see the different characteristics of the wood. So nice to the touch, so soft. And I won't do the big one, but just so you can compare when there's more than one, like that section in between is just nice and crisp. And obviously, like, no 2 will be the same, again, because, you know, each piece of wood is going to be different. Yeah, I'm super happy with this new edition. I mean, I'm trying to kind of level up my presentation, kind of maybe get a little cozier vibes. I got my plant my friend is definitely going to be checking in on the health of this plant every time she watches this video, and the leaves are looking sad. She's like, you gotta water that. But I'm going to um, just think of ways of making our time together here a little cozy. I mean, I don't really like candles and whatnot, but I do enjoy when other people like candles. It just kind of, I don't know, like I want to just settle in with a little cup of tea and all of that. I mean, the best we're going to do right here is a glass of water, which is just going to have to be good enough for now. But yeah, I love this. This is so pretty. Thank you so much, Galen. This is beautiful. I'm so happy with it. Thank you for reaching out with this generous offer. I know that right now, kind of Canadian shops or just overseas shops are struggling to wrap their heads around the whole tariff situation. Some have just outright refused to ship to US customers. So for you to offer this to me is just thank you. I'm so appreciative, and I am thrilled to finally have something to use for my videos. As far as the little sample vial holder, I would put these in there, and so you can see that they fit perfectly. And there are so many different configurations, like the amount of vials, um, also the type of wood. They have several different types of wood to choose from, and it's her and her husband um, who run this show kind of thing. But it fits perfectly. There's also these modules that, if you wanted a pen rest and a sample vial holder, whatever you call it, I have to see the receipt, but they attach magnetically. So if you want to have, a little combination where you have a pen rest that attaches to the vial holder, um, you can do that, and they'll just kind of like attach together, and so they won't kind of come apart or move around, which I think is also pretty genius. But for now, this will definitely do, and I'm just again so thrilled. I think this is gonna make my life a lot easier too, to have my samples just kind of held in place with something that won't tip over, because I'm usually, holding it or just praying to praying to God that this isn't going to tip over. But now I'm going to feel a little more confident having this like that. This looks so pretty. I'm just so happy. Now I do have another little bonus order that came in. It was also a gift. I had initially reached out to Bart, or not reached out to him, when I was at the Empire State Pen Show. I walked over to him to say hello, and also to ask if he still had a certain material, a certain resin for a nib holder that I had seen Karina from Karina Loves to Plan, and Corolla from Corolla. So he was able to tell me that he does have the resin, and so I was really thrilled, because it's not really a resin or nib holder that was on his site, and I think he said he'd only made those two. So he said, yeah, that he could totally make it for me. I said, like, I will pay for it up front, whatever. And he's like, no, just give me some time, because the dude is busy. He's like at every pen show that exists in the country. But I didn't want to bug him again. It was no rush. Uh, and then I saw him at the Baltimore Pen Show. I saw him at the Baltimore Pen Show, and we've kind of chatted on Instagram and during Pen Friends Live on YouTube. So we've been in touch, but I didn't want to bug him, right? And so at the Baltimore Pen Show, I walk up to his table, and he's like, oh my goodness, like, I didn't know you were gonna come. I would have brought it here. Long story short, he said, I am just gonna send it to you. Like, I've already decided I'm gonna just send it to you for free. He refused to take payment. And so again, super generous. It's a nib holder that I've been wanting for a while. And so it finally arrived this past week, while I was in Chicago. Let me just gently nudge this up. But here is my Zodiac Pen Company nib holder, and it came in this beautiful box and this really fancy velvet kind of sleeve. And it's a small little thing. It's not like a full-size nib holder, but it is so beautiful. Look at this. Like I want to bite into it. So the resin is called café con leche. And look at this. It's like chunks of like white and light brown and dark brown, and it just like it looks like candy. I wish I could get even closer so you can see like the cracked sections like in the resin. It's just all works so well together. And there's the bit to put a nib. So again, so this would be for me to do and practice my pointed nib calligraphy, but also for swatching inks. So I've already taken my Kakimori brass nib and it fits in perfectly in here. And it's so comfortable in hand. It has this little indentation around the grip section, and it's so pretty. This is what I was using before. My Tachikawa nib holder that I've had for like 10 years at this point. And this is definitely a level up moment. It's like so legit. And it just looks so good with the brass nib in it. So I'm definitely going to be using this for my swatches going forward and for kind of practicing my pointed nib calligraphy. I also have a few nibs from like the monoline lettering class that I took with Bachori. So now that I have this fancy nib holder, I'm going to be more motivated to continue practicing. But thank you so much, Bart, for sending this to me. It is gorgeous. I feel like I'm so lucky. So pretty. So yeah, just a quick little video with my new acquisitions. Again, thank you so much to Galen from Fountain Pendulum and Bart from Zodiac Pen Company for these lovely handmade just tools, items, accessories. These are just gorgeous. And again, I'm always so blown away by people's talent and the way that they decide to share it with the rest of us. So thank you so much for watching. I will obviously link to these things down in the description below. Definitely give them a follow, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.